Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So glad to be here as you all come in. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm here every Friday at 2 p.m. talking financial talk. So, this is our Financial Talk Friday session, and we're here today to talk about money mindset, the concept of rich dad versus poor dad. But before we get into this, before we get started and we get too far into this, uh, sorry, let me change my screen here so that you all can see me and not just my little picture. Um, I want to announce I'm so excited that people have been watching, and I have been asked to do a presentation on wealth building. So tune in to here on Thursday at 7 p.m., September 9th, where I will be co hosting a session with Jonathan Jackson about splitting hairs. There's a book called Splitting Hairs, and it's all about how to transfer wealth to your heirs. And so we'll be talking about generational wealth and how to transfer wealth to your heirs. And so that is on September 9th at 7 p.m. I will be speaking at Overflow Ministries Covenant Church, and we will be broadcasting it live. And I will definitely do a watch party. So tune in for that and watch me there again on Thursday. So, with today, we're going to talk about money mindset. Money mindset. All right. So, what is a money mindset? Let's do this here. So, what is a money mindset? A money mindset really is it's the attitude, your attitude about money, how you relate to money, how you think about money. It's your money mindset that drives your decisions and the money goals that you set. And so that's what we want to get in today. So, have you ever heard people say you are what you think? Yeah, of course you have. I know you have. But you probably, some of you out there probably didn't kind of associate that or apply it to money. But what you is if you think and see yourself as rich and wealthy, then you will probably become rich and wealthy. And if you think you will never get any further than where you are financially, then you will stay where you are financially. Okay. You'll remain there. And so that's like the self fulfilling prophecy. If you ever taken a psychology class, we talk about the self fulfilling prophecy, which is whatever you think, your behaviors will align with your what you think to ensure the outcome that you're looking for. So if you think you're wealthy, you'll do things to make it come into fruition. If you think you can't do any better than where you are, what you're doing now, then you'll keep doing what you're doing and getting those same results. So that's really what a money mindset. And there's two types of money mindsets. Okay, you're either positive or you are have a negative mindset. In the world of finance, you usually probably hear people refer to that as either a millionaire mindset or a poverty mindset. But if you are a Robert Kiyosaki follower, which I have read the book, he refers to them as rich dad, poor dad. So, why does your money mindset matter when it comes to money? I don't know. I don't know if y'all got any comments out there. Let me see. I see some comments coming in before I answer that. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me back up. Correction. It's September 10th. I said September 9th. That's a Wednesday. September 10th, which is a Thursday, is when we'll do that. Thank you, Elder Paul, for that correction. I'll do that again at the end. But what is a money mindset? Hey, Stephana. Um, and why do we care about that? It's our emotions. And I'm always talking about those emotions. Last week we talked about how to control those emotions, that emotional spending, but it's emotions. Is your emotions controlling your mind, or is your mind controlling your emotions? That will be the difference between making good money decisions and bad money decisions. How do you see money? As a tool to get the things you need and want, or as a treasure that you have to hold on to? What is the goal? Is it money to get the things, or is it just to get the money? So what is your mindset? So I'm going to break this down some more for you today. And I'm going to really put something on your minds today. Hopefully, I'm going to really put something on your mind today. Because if you've been following me, I talk about being versus existing. And so, being versus existing when it comes to your financial well being. If you know, I teach there's a difference between existing and being, hence, becoming to being, right? Being. We're trying to get people to be. We're trying to get people to live. We're trying to get people to be active. All right. So are you just existing in your financial well-being, or are you being? And so we're going to talk about that just a little bit. So being is the millionaire mindset or rich dad, and existing is the poverty mindset or the poor dad. So let's review. And as I review, ask yourself, what is your relationship with money? Do I have a good relationship with money, bad relationship with money, or are you flip floppy? You maybe go back and forth between being existing. And then once we kind of go through some of these indicators, then next week we'll talk about the things that you can do to overcome the poverty mindset and go from existing to being when it comes to money. So but today we're just going to talk about and identify those key things which you can look at to decide which one are you. Are you existing or are you being? So let's kind of go through the process here. All right. So being versus existing, let's just talk about the thought processes. All right. The thinking about it. You're either positive or you're negative. You either look for possibilities or you see roadblocks. When things come about and there's money's needed, are we stopping and thinking about the possibilities? How can I get this? How can I afford this? What can I do? Or are we just sitting there saying, "Oh, I just can't do this. I don't have it." And we are defeating ourselves without finding any kind of solution, right? Are you looking for possibilities, or do you only see roadblocks? Do you focus on the opportunity and the reward? Or do you focus on the risks of losing? So I'm going to stay there just for a minute, because a lot of times things come our way, opportunities come our way, and they're good for us. But we're so focused on the what ifs. Well, what if this happens? And what if that happens? And what if, okay, in my world of project management, that's what I do during the day. Project management, whenever you have something, you have to always plan for it to go the way you want it to go, but know that there's some what ifs or risks or what ifs, and you plan around the risks to still make it happen. That's the whole point of risk management, is to think about what could happen, and if that happened, what is my alternative? What is my workaround? Right? And some of us get so focused on the losing part of it, that if this happened, oh my God, it's going to be bad, we're going to lose. No, that's again going back to the looking for possibilities. So if we come up with a what if or a risk, now if we have the being or the millionaire mindset, we're going to go back to thinking about, well, what's the possibility? What's my workaround? What can I do to get around this? Being people, they educate themselves on money. People who are just existing, they don't educate themselves on money. They've got every excuse in the book not to go to pick up a book, not to go to a seminar, not to take a class, not to sit down with a financial professional. We are just not trying to learn anything about money. People who are being are open to something new. They're at least open to listen and hear, versus for those who are just closed. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to sit down with you. They don't want to hear anything you have to say. They don't want to watch a video. They don't want to watch a presentation. They are just not open at all. The being people, we see money as a tool. versus existing people see money as the goal. Their goal is just to get the money versus, people with the millionaire mindset know that money is the tool to get the things that I want and need, right? And then people who are being and have the millionaire mindset, we learn the lesson and we move on. We take that lesson, right? And we learn from it and we apply it to our future decisions versus our people who have the poverty mindset that are just existing. They blame others for their money problems. They don't want to take accountability or responsibility for that. And those who are millionaire mindsets are they push for it. When they come across a problem or there's some kind of roadblock, they're moving it out the way, they're pushing forward, even if it's mentally pushing themselves forward, they are just pushing themselves towards the end destination, right? Versus our poverty mindset people, they succumb, they give in, they submit to the issue or the roadblock. All right. So that's just kind of like the thought processes. Now, there are some behaviors and differences between the millionaire mindset, the poverty mindset, or if you want to keep referring to it as rich dad, poor dad. And so I'm going to go through a few of those today. Let me change my screen here for you. I'm sorry, I don't have that big enough for you. Let me make that bigger for you. All right, just a few things. I'm not going to go over this whole list because it is very, very extensive. Yes, thank you, Elder Paul. Elder Paul says wealthy people talk about ideas and people with poverty mindset talk about money. Their focus is money only. Yes. And so I didn't really get into that, but in behaviors, this is a good one, Elder Paul, because I don't think I put it in there because I didn't want to get too deep, but we do. People with the millionaire mindset, we're thinking of ideas. We're coming up with ways to make the money. We're coming up with ways to make that money work for us. We're coming up with business ideas and how we can work for ourselves and how we can start businesses. And the poverty mindset, we're only just thinking about the money. The money, the money, the money. The money is the only conversation. We're not trying to be innovative. We're not trying to come up with something new. We're not trying to come up with something that's going to not only help ourselves, but help other people. So thank you for Elder Paul. That was good. Okay, so let's kind of talk about behaviors. Behaviors of the difference between a millionaire mindset and a poverty mindset, and then just see where do you find yourself in this. And again, next week we'll talk more about if you find yourself more on the existing side or the poverty mindset, how can we begin to think differently to get us and transition us over to the being financial mindset. Okay. And so just a little bit of differences, seeking solutions. That kind of goes with what Elder Paul was saying. We being people, millionaire mindsets, we seek solutions. Those who have a poverty mindset, they don't see their way out. They don't see how they're going to fix this. They don't see how they're going to get past this. People who have a millionaire mindset, they ask for help. They know and recognize I cannot do it all. I do not know it all. And I have some gifts, but I'm not gifted in every area that I need. Therefore, I'm going to go ask for help. Or they know they want to create something, but maybe you have an idea, but you don't know how to even begin to create it. They're going to go ask for help. Our poverty mindset people, they're going to struggle in silence. They're not going to ask for help. They're going to not even go to someone because they don't want to feel like inadequate, right? Because if I have this idea, how come I don't know how to work the idea? And that's not what it's really all about, people. Listen, I'm about to go spiritual on you on this one. God gives each of us gifts according to what he wants us to do with our life, okay? According to the purpose and the plans that he has for our life. And you're not going to know everything. You're not going to be able to do everything. So you've got to get it in your mind and you've got to get it in your head that you're going to need people, right? Being the millionaire mindset realizes I need people. I need people to live. I need people to survive. I need people to make this idea get off the ground. And our poverty mindset people, they struggle with that. Our millionaire mindset people, They have a plan. They create a plan. They plan it out. This is what I'm going to do. Poverty mindset people, they don't have a plan. They might have an idea, but again, they have an idea. They struggle in silence, and they don't put a plan together because they fail to ask for help. Just a few more, because again, I don't want to get too boggled down. You can see that if you are a millionaire mindset person, you encourage money talks versus avoiding them. You learn to manage your risk. You do the risk management. You don't run away from an idea or a problem or a situation. Instead, you're finding the opportunities. You're willing to do things to get around it. Millionaire mindset people, they create investments, right? They create businesses, they create opportunities for themselves, versus the others, they struggle to save, they struggle to do anything, they struggle to even produce. Millionaires, they make money work for them. Poverty mindset people work for their money. Now, you can have a millionaire mindset and still be working for someone. Okay. I don't want people to think that just because you are an employee and you don't own your own business or you're not self employed does not necessarily mean you don't have a millionaire mindset. But in the grand scheme of things, because sometimes our gift is to work for someone. Everybody can't be a business owner. Some people have to help support the businesses that other people create. However, what are you doing with the money? So don't get so focused on, well, I work for somebody, so I'm existing. No, you got to consider all of these factors that I'm going over when you're determining where are you. Because sometimes we do need to work for someone. Well, what are you doing with that money? Because you can work for someone and then still make that money that you make working for someone work for you. All right. um, I'm gonna stop right there. I think that's pretty good idea. You all can pretty much see on the screen. I'll make it just a little bigger in case we have some replays and people want to see this. What's the difference between a millionaire mindset and a poverty mindset? These are just the behaviors that we that I just talked about, and I didn't go over all of them. But where are you? Which one are you? Okay, which one are you? Are you looking for opportunities or are you staying stuck? Are we asking for help? Or are we suffering in silence? I know money is a hard thing for a lot of us to talk about. There is a lot of people out there who are drowning in debt. They need credit management help. They need insurance. They're not insuring themselves or their family, and then they're putting it on the back burner. And we have to stop doing that. We have to be just as concerned about our financial well being as we are about our spiritual well being, our emotional well being, our physical well being. We'll go out there and run 5 miles or get on that bike and go 10 miles, but we won't go 1 minute to talk to somebody about getting our financial well-being together. So think about that, people, because your financial well-being has an impact on your life. It has an impact on your mind, and your mind has an impact on it. On your emotions. If you are drowning in debt or you're having problems with your credit or you're coming into roadblocks, right? That's going to affect your emotions and your mind and your spirituality if you don't get it all intact. That's why I said previously in one of the Q&As with Angela last week when we talked about those internal areas, because you have your spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, and financial well-being. And those are all of your internal areas that need to be working together. And if something is not aligned or if something is off track, and it's not working all together, then it kind of throws you and your well-being off. And so we can't just ignore our financial well-being when it's not in a good place. We can't keep putting those things on the back burner. We have to address them, all right, so that we can get our mental and our emotional and everything is aligned. So next week, I'm going to talk a little bit more about how to get from the poverty mindset to the millionaire mindset. How do we make that transition? How do we start taking our mind and doing that paradigm shift of our mind from where we are right now in a not so good place financially to where we could be and where we could go, and the longer you wait, the worse it's going to get. So you, like I said in previously in a Financial Talk Friday, when I gave you all my bankruptcy story, my bankruptcy was a success story because I had a plan, because I worked the plan and I didn't let it work me. So we got to stop letting our financials work us and we work it. So I do thank you for tuning in for another episode of Financial Talk Friday. Again, tune in on Thursday, September 10th at 7 p.m. We will be broadcasting live from Overflow Ministries Covenant Church, and we will be talking about splitting heirs. We'll be talking about generational wealth and how to transfer that generational wealth and the things you need to be thinking about when you are doing your estate planning. So make sure you tune in. I will put announcements up there on my page to remind you as well. And I thank you so much. And again, if you have questions, if you need some financial assistance, then feel free to reach out to me. Let me give you my contact information. I'm here every Friday, 2 p.m. But if you need if you have some questions or you need help with a financial plan and getting your financial well-being together, then reach out to me. There's my number up there on the screen, or you can email me, and you can always direct message me on social media as well. I do try to respond in a timely manner, usually within hours, because my phone is always right there next to me if I'm not in a meeting. So thank you again for tuning in, and I hope you've gotten something out of this. Come see us next Friday, learn how to make that transition, and you all have a good weekend. And as always, stop worrying and start living. Talk to you again.